right, so our image is dried now, and we are going to first trim it down for the front of our card. So same as the last one, I take the first side and I line it up with my ruler, and I find that gives me a nice even border around the edge of my image. And I'm going to do it around all 4 sides and make sure it's nice and square. And then after that, I'm going to glue it onto my burgundy piece here. And this burgundy piece is already trimmed to the width of the card. So I'm just centering it between the 2 sides, and then I'm gonna have about that much space from the top. And then I am going to trim it on the bottom here. And that went a little bit, touch too wide, so I'm going to narrow it down just a little bit. Oh, before you do that, if you're going to ink the edges like I did there, you want to do that before you add the burgundy. Missed that step, but because the burgundy is fairly dark, I can do it this way. So I just have a jumbo dauber, and I'm using a distress pad. You could use whatever pad you like to do the inking. I just wanted to give this a little bit more of a vintagey look to it. So you do that as much as or as little as you want. I just wanted to have a little bit on it. I'm going to take my piece right here. I'm going to glue it to my card. So I'm using a Tombow glue here, and the reason why I like it is because you don't need a ton of glue to make it, like to stick it. And then when you do stick it down, you have about 5 seconds to shimmy it in place. And once it is down and stuck, it is done. The only way to get cards apart this way after that is to rip them apart. So your card is never going to fall apart on you, which is always good to know. So I've got my Sook Wang there, same stuff that I used for the last card to glue my ribbon down. I'm going to glue this piece down right here. Trim the sides. Now for this one, instead of using a charm like I did last time, I have this wood shape here. This particular one is made by Bo Bunny. I know I've seen them at dollar stores around Christmas, the winter times, so you could find them there. The other thing, you could do a little die cut, you could do a little charm, you could do whatever you want here. You could even do just a bow with the ribbon that you're using. It doesn't have to be exactly what I have here. I'm going to take my Tombow, put it on the back of the reindeer, glue that guy in place, and then I'm using a little bit of stickles to add some sparkle to his horns, and I'm going to add a little bit, a dot of red stickles to his nose. I typically, when I have a Santa image, I'll typically put a red nose on one of the front ones, but because there's 2 in the front, there's not a clear leader. It was a little bit harder to do that. And then I'm taking my gold gel pen and I'm just giving him a little collar there. And a little bit on the hoofs as well. Oops. Typically I'll wait for my glue to dry before I start adding things to it, but there we go. So this one here is done. I will see you in the next section for the next card.